Hey, Brian from Garage Mall. Today I have a RENPHO leg massage with heat. So does both legs at the same time. This is pretty awesome. So everything comes in a nice, easy to carry bag. And then we open this up and first you get your power supply. So that has a pretty long cord on it. So we'll put that off to the side. You also have a set of directions to kind of show you how everything sets up, but that's what I'm here for, to make it easier for you. And then these are the leg pads. So you have a controller, so that's pretty large. And then you have all the basically like the air hoses that go to each component, and then a plug that operates the heat part of the massager. And then each one comes labeled L for left, and just to kind of open it up, Velcro, so it is very size fitting friendly. So your foot goes down in there, this wraps around your lower leg, and then you have the upper thigh part, and again, very easy to use. That's where one of the air ports plugs into. And then on the leg you have the two air port sides, and then you have the port that you plug the electrical connection in that supplies power to the heating part. So let me get you kind of like a bird's eye view over me so you can see how this works, so stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, make sure that you have this plugged in, and then you are going to have your plug for the power supply here. So that basically plugs in, and then that will alert you that that control is automatically working. And then you want to make sure that you have this set up to either side. So you have each end of the connector has an L for left, and then this has R's for the right, and they're all color coordinated, so it's kind of easy to figure out. So this is going to be upper thigh area, and I'm going to make sure that I have this air valve kind of up and towards me, so that port is easily available. And then I'm going to be looking for the white R, so we're going to hook that up into that port right there, nice and easy. Then we're going to get the right rag right there. Again, it has that foot part to it. I'm going to kind of like slide my foot into that. I think as easily as I'm going to get it. Okay, there we go. So it cradles my foot in there. And you put that around. And then you have your other two airlines, and sometimes you gotta pull these apart a little bit more. And then your power port, like I said, that goes in there, so that plugs in pretty good. And then you have your right R goes here, and then your black R goes in here. And I'll turn my leg around so you can kind of see that. So pretty easy. And then I'm going to do my left thigh. I'm going to aim that so that air plug is facing up towards us. And then we're going to put the 1L here, and then like I said, we'll pull these apart a little bit easier, make them go down. Okay, and then on this side, to give you a better visual, we're going to plug that in like that, and then again left green here, and then the left black here on that side. Then I'm going to open that up. I'm going to put my foot in there. Hope my sock doesn't stick to that. Okay. Make that fold over nice and easy like that. Hold that like that. Okay. So then you have your control panel. So that turns the power on for you. And then you have a bunch, like you have heat. So you can select that. So we'll put that in high. Intensity, it's set to medium. You can go low, medium, or high from that switch. So let's go for medium. And then combined. And then, like I said, you got a bunch of different little settings that you can do on this as well. And this is combined. So let it kind of do its little job. And again, depending on how you have these, I'll make the thigh a little bit tighter. Just so I get a better compression out of it. And man, you can feel that working. So I'm going to sit back in my chair. And it's good. It gives you a nice squeeze on your thighs and your legs. So I can feel a compression in my feet. I can feel a compression around my calf muscles. Now it's really pumping. And then again up here on the thighs. So it's, and I can feel the heat coming out already. But yeah, that feels really nice. It's a nice little compression. And if you can hear that crinkling, that is the massager working. But yeah, I mean, definitely, absolutely love this. Alright. And then it releases. Anyway, Brian from Garage Hall. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.